Is the juice worth the squeeze? It's a show where I apply the 5 S's, your sort, set in order, shine, standardize, and sustain. So in order to find out if the juice is worth the squeeze, you have to have an action plan. Action plan. So today's action plan on taking this table and making it what you see in the making of one of my next videos, how to make a mold of a respirator, you have to pour a lot of these chemicals outside. Is the juice worth the squeeze of making a table that I can build and do stuff in all my lessons on outside? I start with my saws, and then I realized my saw didn't work, so I had to go buy a second saw. So then I was like, I can't just have a crappy table with no logos or branding, because that's not us. I was like, I gotta do some cool painting stuff on here. So I needed to sand it first in order to do that, which I already had the sander. Maybe just needed a couple extra sanding pads. So then from there, after I sand this whole entire thing down, sanded again, did a couple different grits, 2 to be exact. I put my base coat paint on, and I got paint and primer in one instead of buying primer and paint. So then after I got finished sanding it and I put my base coat on, I let it dry, put another coat on, and then I had to tape it off to give this cool V effect that you see in all of our studio shots, just so I could have that same shot somewhere in this camera frame. So after I tape it off, my wife did an awesome job because I was trying to get it done fast. She said, no, you invested a lot of time into this, you're not cutting corners. So she tagged in and did some fine line stuff. At the end of it, I know I'm gonna be working on this stuff, so I had to put a logo right here. And that was probably the funnest part to do. I had to make a cool stencil, and then I laid it out, I painted over it, and then I peeled it off. So then, as I sorted things out, I set them in order in a row. I put all my tools in a row, in the order that I'm gonna use them. And then I kept my work area clean by making sure it was shined, so I didn't use the wrong tools. And then this whole thing was an effort to standardize all of these shots. Right? Does it look good? Plantosaurus, do you like this table? At the end of the day, I found out the juice was worth the squeeze because I acted these 5 S's and I improved something that is gonna be here for the next time. So now I'm not gonna have to invest that time again. It was a one-shot deal, and now I can have standardized shots to bring you our awesome lessons to follow our standard format, right here from home. So we found out the juice was definitely worth the squeeze because we lose no momentum even under full quarantine. And we get this standard shot that can bring you sweet, fancy new lessons like, is the juice worth the squeeze? We found out it totally is. If you have some ideas of is your juice worth the squeeze and you want to run it by us, just send us a note to info@tpomfg.com or go to fancynewguy.com or subscribe to our YouTube channel, Fancy New Guy. That's all today from your Fancy New Guy, Greg Serio, and I hope that you're staying inside and giving awesome high fives and hashtag wash your hands. I know you don't have hands, Plantosaurus, but you can still wash your paws. We've been through this. That's why you had to sit in quarantine and you couldn't be in my last video.